between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Cleveland. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's Gibson to start the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. In motion, the tight end. Herbert just beat the play clock. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert now. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This one into the hands of Burton. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert, he's got Burton here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Got him in. It's Brown. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hunter Henry, 51 yards. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Herbert. That's caught. It's Austin left side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the draw is Taylor. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second and 8 coming up. On play action, Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second and 8. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
He wanted to find his receiver there, but a little too much air on the throw for them to connect in the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Rodgers to throw once more. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Burton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert
Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Burton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Burton. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Herbert throwing again. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 17, Herbert complete to Austin here over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Herbert now. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run once more with Taylor. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. 26. To throw, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. And I tell you what, partner, I think this guy's going to like running behind his new offensive line.
I agree with you, and you can never have enough good runners. They usually provide a nice little spark with their new team.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Completes it to Austin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A handoff for Gibson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, Justin Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Austin. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll get it inside the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go.
A give running right, Gibson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. This is caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Amari Cooper halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Browns are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll let it fly for Austin. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A give to Gibson running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the middle linebacker to 4-3, so often the captain of the defense gets them all lined up, and the captain made a great read there to snuff that play out.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Herbert, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in. Off the tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it in about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. And you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Henry's got it out on the left side. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Running left, Taylor. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them the first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. This one into the hands of Burton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Herbert going to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Austin. Called that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
One last throw here for Herbert. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.